Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJF 518, welcoming you back to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1981 season is on the air. Today's date is June 10th of 1981, the one day next before the strike. And we are at Veterans Stadium for a very good baseball game, I'm thinking, tonight. It's the Houston Astros versus the 76 world champion Philadelphia Phillies. The Astros come into this game at 500, 28-28. The Phillies come into this game at 34-20. The Phillies right now have a 3-game lead on the Cardinals in the National League East. The Astros are at 500. And they trail the Dodgers by 2 games for third in the National League West. Atlanta, Cincinnati, the Dodgers, San Francisco, and Houston are all fighting for the top 3 spots in that division. That division, I have a funny feeling, is going to go down to the wire. Steeler fan and BB join us here at Veterans Stadium, one of the worst stadiums in baseball history tonight, for tonight's game. We got a heck of a pitching matchup tonight. 2 Hall of Famers. One of the reasons why I chose this game. The Phillies won this game historically 5-4. The Phillies had 5 runs and 5 hits, no errors. The Astros 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. Will Inside Pitch replicate it, or will the Astros get a key win over the Phillies tonight? Let's get things started. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, lefty Steve Carlton. 13 wins, 4 losses, a 2.42 ERA. He had an excellent season in 81. Was an MVP candidate. He was masterful in that season. So let's get right to it. The Astros need a win. The Phillies trying to hold on to first in the NL East. Let's get things started. Top of the first. Leading off for the Astros, center fielder Tony Scott. The last time we saw him, he was on the Cardinals. His trade is completed. He is now on the Astros. Scott, .264 average, 4 homers, and 39 RBIs. Powder blue, white, and red dice for the Phillies. They are the home team. Powder blue will be red first. Let's see what lefty has for tonight. 4-5. That's a hit by pitch. That 8 is too high. Scott, 2-2, and he grounds it right back to Carlton. That's a ground out to the pitcher for out number 1. Next up for the Astros will be second baseman Joe Pittman. .281 average and 7 RBIs. He played in about half the games for the Astros in 81. Carlton, 5'6", strikeout 16. That is too high. Veterans Stadium. -1 to strikeouts, but +2 to walks. Pittman, and that's a 1-1 against the lefty. That's going to be a fly out to left, and that's out number 2. And that is 2 down. Next up for the Astros will be first baseman Cesar Cedano. .271 average, 5 homers, 34 RBIs in 81. Brian Patterson joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Good year for Cedano still. A .271 average is not bad. Carlton will go ahead and deal. 2-5, error on a grounder. Cedano, 1-5, that's a fly out to left field. And getting under that is going to be Gary Matthews. He will put it away, and Carlton goes 1-2-3. We go from one Hall of Famer to another. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros, the Nolan Von Ryan Express. An excellent year he had as well. 11 wins, 5 losses, a 1.69 ERA. Nolan Ryan, the greatest pitcher in baseball history to not win the Cy Young Award. He never won a Cy Young in his career. Bottom of the first, let's see what the Phillies have tonight. First baseman Pete Rose leads off. .325 average, 33 RBIs. That's an excellent year for Charlie Hustle in 81. The Von Ryan Express will make the pitch. 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 5-6, that's a walk plus 10, and that will walk Rose. So Ryan, the first thing he does is give up a walk. Ryan had 67 walks in 81. Rose not really a threat to steal. Infield double play deck. Next up for the Phillies, second baseman Luis Aguayo, .214 average, a homer, 7 RBIs in 81. See if Rose is doing anything out there. He's not. Ryan, 6'3", against a righty, that's blank. Aguayo, 6'4", that's a line drive right to third. That's going to be out number 1. And the only way they get Rose on first is a 1. Nope, Rose, there's not going to be a throw. Rose gets back easily, and that is just a line out to third for the first out. Next batter, left fielder Gary Matthews, .301 average, 9 homers, 67 RBIs. An excellent year for Matthews in 1981. It just amazes me how pretty much how these averages and homers and strikeouts might have made a difference if the season had went the whole way. Let's see if Rose is doing anything. Nope. Ryan will make the pitch. 3-3, strikeout 5, and he got him, struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for the Ryan Express. He had 140 of them in 81. I figure he probably would have finished. I think he would have finished with at least 200, maybe 225 if the season had gone the distance. 2 men down, and that brings up third baseman, Mr. Michael Jack Schmidt. .316 average, 31 bombs, 91 RBIs. Mike Schmidt had an awesome year in 1981. 31 homers, and he played in 102 games. I think Schmidt had a very good chance of getting 50. He may have got it. 45, I'm almost assured. I think he would have had a very good chance to make 50 home runs in 81 if the season had gone the distance. Charlie Hustle staying put. Nolan Ryan with the pitch, 6-2. Against a right-hander, that is a blank. Schmidt, 1-2, and he popped it up in the infield, and that's to third base. HOU is going to get there and make the catch, and that retires the side. So the Phillies strand a base runner, and after 1, no score. And we'll see how Steeler fans Astros do tonight in the World Series, as they are already down 1-0 to the Braves. We'll see if the Astros pick that up. That game is supposed to start in about half an hour here. Top of the second, leading off for the Astros, left fielder Jose Cruz. .267 average, 13 homers, 55 RBIs. I really have no problem with stats like that for that season. Lefty will make the pitch. 5-2, strikeout 9, and yeah, he did not get him. Cruz is a 9, but -1 is an 8 against the lefty. He will not strike out. Cruz, 6-2, but he does fly out, and that's out number 1. Carlton had 179 strikeouts in 81. I think he had a good chance at 300 if the season had gone the distance. Next up for the Astros, third baseman Art Howe. .296 average, 3 homers, 36 RBIs. That's a fine season for Mr. Howe. I'm sure a Steeler fan would have no problem with stats like that for a year. Lefty, 3-2. Range play at the park. Veterans Stadium, 6-4. That is a ball hit to left field. That is a 15. Against the lefty, that is a possible double, but it's a range play at the park, and it's hit to left. And out there is Gary Matthews. His range is a 2. A 2 or less, he takes it away. 3 or higher, this is a double, and it's going to be a double for Art Howe, as it will be out of Matthews' range by at least several feet, and that is a double for the Astros. Howe will go to second with a double. And that will bring up right fielder Gary Woods, 209 average, 12 RBIs in 81. Let's see if anything happening with HOU. The answer is no. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. 4-4. That's a pitcher result. Woods a righty. A 1-5 is an automatic out. He got it. And that is going to be a ground out to short. The throw goes to first for out number 2. HOU has a base running rating of 3. A 1-3, he'll make third. That is a 3, and he actually does. So HOU actually has pretty good speed, and he will get to third base, 2 outs. Two men down now for the Astros. Shortstop Kiko Garcia is next. 272 average, 15 homers. Had Luzinski been put there, would have took that double away. Yeah, Greg Luzinski, that gold glove out there. That gold glove out there in left field, Luzinski, yeah. You had to bring that up, didn't you there, BB? Good year for Garcia, 272 average, 15 RBIs, only played in about half the games for the Astros. Nothing happening on the 6. Lefty, 2-5. That's an error on a grounder. Garcia, 2-5. That is a ground ball. That's hit to the grounder to second base. That's Luis Aguayo, and his error rating is a 17. That's a 20. He does not make the error. I don't believe it. A 17 chance to make an error, and it's a 20. Aguayo's got it. Throws to first, side, retired. Holy cow. No runs, a hit for the Astros. Aguayo does not make an error. An 85% chance of making one if a one is called for him, and he doesn't do it. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Phillies, right fielder Dick Davis, 333 average, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. He played in about a little bit less than half the games for the Phillies in 81. Devon Ryan Express, 6-2 against a right-hander that is blank. Davis, 2-6, line out to third base. That's out number 1. That's a second line drive, a hit to HOU at third. One man down, that will bring up center fielder Gary Maddox. 3/4 of the earth is covered by water. The other quarter is covered by Gary Maddox. 263 average, 5 homers, 40 RBIs in 81. Respectable. I have no issues with those stats. Ryan with the pitch. 2-1. That's a pitcher result. Maddox a righty. A 1-3 is a single back up the middle. He got it. That's a 2. Base hit for Maddox. Well, Maddox gets the single right past Ryan, and he will go to first. Shortstop Larry Boa is up next. 283 average, 31 RBIs in 81. He played in 103 games for the Phillies. He couldn't hit the homer, but he can get the base. He can get on base. I have no issues with that stat. Infield goes to double play depth. Maddox is a threat to steal, and that is a 6, and he does not get the jump, but we are going to see a hit and run. So Boa is going to go ahead and do a hit and run here. It makes sense to do this. Ryan will make the pitch. 1-2, hit by pitch. That's a 14, no chance. Boa will put it down. And that is a 6-3 against a righty. Base hit right past the shortstop for a single. Maddox's base running rating becomes a 5 on a hit and run. He will make third. Normally on a hit and run, normally on a regular hit, he needs to be a 5, but on a hit and run, the base running ratings increase by 2, and he will make third. So Boa gets a big hit on a hit and run. And now the Phillies are in business with runners at the corners. Here's the catcher, Bob Boone. 211 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. The Astros will call the infield in. Anything happening on the bases with an 8? No. No. And I don't think I'll call a hit and run again here. With runners at the corners, I don't think it makes sense. So they're going to keep infield in. Runners at the corners. Ryan already a little bit of jam here in the bottom of the second. Ryan with the pitch. 2-5. Strikeout 9. And that's too high. Boone will swing. 6-5. And that's going to be a base hit right past third for a single. Maddox comes in. He will score. Boa, base running rating of 4. He will hold at second. Needs to be a 6 in order to get to third. He stays there. Boone comes through with an RBI single, and the Phillies are up 1-0. 3 straight base hits given up by Ryan. And that will bring up the pitcher, Steve Carlton. He hit 134 as a hitter. Could call a bunt here, but I may just have him swing away with runners at first and second. So the infield now goes to. Do I want to do that though? And we'll call the bunt. Corners are going to come in. So the bunt is on. First, we got to see if anything happening. That is a 9, no, but I will call the bunt for the pitcher. Ryan, 4-1 against the lefty. That is ignored. It's an automatic out, but that is ignored on a bunt attempt. That is ignored. So Carlton will get to swing the bunt. And I got to re-roll that because I got to choose these here. So Carlton will go ahead and bunt. That is a 3, and that is bunted right to first base. That is a 9. The corners are in. It will bring Carlton's bunt rating down to a 3. That's still going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. It's a nice play by Cedano. He will throw to Ryan covering the bag. That's out number 2, but the runners advance. 2 outs. So 2 men down, runners at second and third, and that batter will be Peter Rose. That goes as a sacrifice hit for Carlton. Sacrifice to first. Rose has walked his first time up. Runners at second and third. Phillies already ahead 1-0 here at bottom of the second. Anything happening on the bases? The 15 is a no. Ryan, 3-3, strikeout 10, too high. Rose will swing. 1-6, that's a ground ball to second base. Joe Pittman will got it, and he will toss it over to first to retire the side. But it is the Phillies getting on board. 1 run on 3 hits for the Phillies. After 2, 1-0 in favor of the 76 champions. Top of the third. Leading off for the Astros, the catcher, Luis Pujols, 239 average, a homer, 14 RBIs. Carlton, so far, pitching pretty well. And here comes the pitch. And that's a 1-4, strikeout 12. Nope, that's going to be too high. Pujols will swing the bat. 2-3, and he grounds it to second base. That's out number 1. Pujols, the strikeout was a 12. There was a 12 on there. 12 minus 1 is 11. So Pujols does not strike out due to the stadium. Here's the pitcher, Nolan Ryan. He hit 216 as a hitter that year in 81. Carlton with the pitch. 5-2, strikeout 8, got him. And he gets Ryan there. And that is strikeout number 1 for a lefty. So it took him the third inning to get a K. Here is Scott. Scott is 0 for 1. Carlton, 3-5. That's a walk plus 10, and he will walk Scott on that. So he gives up the walk to Tony Scott to keep the inning alive. First walk issued by Carlton. He had 59 of them in 81. A chance now for Joe Pittman to see if he can move him over. There are 2 outs, by the way. Pittman is 0 for 1. Scott, a threat to steal. He does get the jump. Do I want to send him? Let's see. 13 minus 1 is 12. Bob Boone plus 2 is a 14. With 2 outs, no. I'll let Pittman swing. Carlton, lefty, will make the pitch. 5-2, strikeout 1, got him. Carlton gets Pittman. And that retires the side. Strikeout number 2 for lefty. So nothing across except the walk because the Astros are unable to do anything with Scott at first. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Fightin' Phils will be Luis Aguayo. Aguayo is 0 for 1. The Ryan Express, he will make the pitch. 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-3, walk plus 10. That 15 is going to walk him. Aguayo becomes a 17, plus 2 is 19, and he will walk Aguayo. So Ryan having some issues here early in this game. Second walk issued by Ryan. He had 67 of them in 81. That'll bring up Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 1. Infield goes to double play depth. Aguayo, he can steal a base. He needs a 1. He doesn't get it. And let's see. The question is, that was a 6, wasn't it? 1 plus 2 is 3. Matthews against the righties a 6. Did he get? No, he did not get. He did get the hit and run chance. But Matthews a 301 batting average. I'll let him hit. Ryan will go ahead and pitch. 6-6, strikeout plus 16, and he got him. And Ryan gets a K. And that is strikeout number 2 for Matthews. Second time Matthews has struck out. 1 man out, and that brings up Michael Jack Schmidt. Aguayo on it first. Let's see if he gets a jump here or something. That is a 12, no. The Ryan Express will make the deal. 1-6, strikeout 5, got him. He gets Schmidt. Strikeout number 3 for Ryan. Now the pitchers are starting to deal the Ks. Davis is up, and he's 0 for 1. Anything with Aguayo? No. Davis settles in against Ryan. 1-0 Phillies here, bottom of the third. Ryan 4-4, strikeout 5, and Nolan Ryan strikes out the side. He did allow a walk, but that is all as Ryan gets it done. Strikeouts 2, 3, and 4 for him, and he gets out of the inning. Still 1-0 Fightin' Phils after 3. Do we expect a pitcher's duel in a game between 2 Hall of Famers? Steve Carlton, top 5 left-hander in baseball history. Nolan Ryan, best pitcher in history to not win a Cy Young Award. I don't think anybody will argue that. Cesar Cedano leads off for the Astros in the top of the 4th. He is 0 for 1. Lefty, 1-6, wild pitch, ball 1. 2-4, strikeout 15, that's high. Cedano, 2-5, base hit right past third. That will be a single for Cedano, and the Astros get the leadoff man on. Nice hit by Cedano. That will bring up Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Cedano is a steal threat. And that is a 16, though. He does not get the jump. Carlton will pitch. 1-6, wild pitch. That is a wild pitch. It won't matter. Cedano will find himself on second. That is a 3, and Carlton throws it to the backstop, and that is a wild pitch on Carlton. Puts a runner in scoring position and takes away the double play. Now Cedano needs a 2 in order to try to steal third. That is a 20, though. Carlton turns around, fires to second. That is a 9. He got him. He picked him off at second base. Carlton got him. Oh, wow. Steve Carlton throws a wild pitch, turns around, fires to second on a 9. It's a pickoff, and he got Cedano. Oh, wow, that's 1 out. Oh, stadium cheers. Yay! Section 1933 lets out a little groan. So Cruz will bat now with bases empty. 1 out here now. Carlton, a 5-2 strikeout 4, and he got him. Another strikeout for Carlton. That is number 3, 2 down. And it will bring up Art HOU. HOU got a double his first time up. Carlton. And let's see, 2-5, error on a grounder. HOU, 4-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Gary Maddox will pretty much patiently walk over there. He will make the catch and end the inning. No runs, a hit for the Astros. And it's still 1-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. The Astros are at 500. And I'll show you the standings a little bit here. As you can see, the Astros at 28-28. The Reds and the Giants are right now are tied for first, although the Reds right now have the lead at 31-23. The Braves are 30-22. The Dodgers are 30-25. The Astros are still very much alive. There's still lots of baseball left to play. As Big Clue joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Gary Maddox's nickname in Venus Flytrap. Yeah, I could probably agree with that. Bottom of the 4th. And speaking of Gary Maddox, that's the man who's up. Here is Maddox, and he is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. What a great pitcher matchup. Ryan, 1-3. Walk plus 10. That's an 11, and that will be a walk. Maddox goes ahead, and he will trot to first. And that is the 3rd walk issued by Ryan. And here's Boa. Boa singled his first time up. Infield goes to double play depth. Maddox, of course, is a stealing threat. Needs a 5 to get the jump. That's a 7. He doesn't get it, but Boa does. But the hit and run is available, and I'm going to do a hit and run. Again, Maddox got the 3rd, so Boa, we're going to do another hit and run here. Ryan will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-1. That's a pitcher result. Boa switch hitter hitting the left side. A 1-19 is an automatic out. That's a 20. Holy cow, we didn't get it. I don't believe it. The Phillies are getting some unbelievable rolls. That is a 20. It is not an automatic out. Boa gets the swing, 6-6, but he does pop out to short, and that's out number 1. On the hit and run, and Maddox goes back to first. Here's Boone. Boone got an RBI single to bring in Maddox. Boone is 1 for 1. Let's see if Maddox gets a jump this time. That is a 3. He does, and I'm going to send him. 14 plus 1 is 15, and the catcher Pujols plus 1 is 16. A 1-16 from Maddox to steal second. He's safe. He gets under the tag easily on an 11, and he will get into scoring position. Takes away the double play chance. Now Boone. We'll see if Maddox can get a chance to go to third. He needs a 2 in order to do so. He doesn't get it. Ryan will pitch. 2-4. Error on a grounder. Boone. 3-6. And that is a ground ball. That is hit to short. That's hit to Kiko Garcia. His error rating is a 13. That's a 14. Garcia will not make an error. He will throw to first to get out number 2. On a 1, 2, or 3, Maddox takes third. It is a 6. He stays put. And that is 2 outs. So Garcia, a 1-13 chance for him to make an error, but he does not do it. The Astros historically had 2 errors in this game. The Phillies had none. So now it's up to Lefty to see if he can get Maddox in. 2 outs. Is Maddox going to do anything? No. Ryan with the pitch. 6-5. Strikeout plus. Got Carlton easily there. And that is going to be strikeout number 5 for the Ryan Express to end the inning. So the Phillies threaten a little bit, but they are unable to get anything in. And no runs, no hits, and a walk. after 4. Remains 1-0 in favor of the Fighting Phils. Top of inning number 5. Leading off for the Astros will be Gary Woods. Woods is 0 for 1. Carlton, leadoff, will go ahead and pitch. 2-5, error on a grounder. Woods, let's see what Woods has. Woods, a 1-5. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 19, and that is going to be too high, and that's going to be a fly out to left, out number 1. Garcia is next, and he's 0 for 1. Lefty looking in. Pitch from lefty, 6-3. Strikeout, 6. He got him, barely, but he got him. Garcia's a 7, -1 is a 6, and he got him. And that is another K for lefty. And that's strikeout number 4 for him. 2 outs, and now we'll have Pujols. Pujols is 0 for 1. Carlton, he'll make the pitch. 3-5. Walk plus 10. That's 17. That'll walk Pujols. He'll get there, and he'll trot to first. A walk given up by Carlton. That is the second base on balls. And now it's up to Nolan Ryan to see if he can keep the inning alive. There are 2 outs, by the way. Let's see. So infield normal. Pujols, you really can't get a steal chance, but Carlton can pick him off. That's a 20. He throws to first. And no, Pujols gets back barely. That is a 12, and an 11 would have gotten him too, but Pujols just gets back. Carlton wants a replay. Oh, yeah, that's right. In 1981, we didn't do that. So Carlton will have to settle for the umpire's decision. Lefty will pitch to Ryan. 5-6, strikeout 18, got him, and that retires the side easily. Strikeout number 5 for Carlton, and nothing there for the Astros. Halfway through the game, 1-0 Phillies. Not surprised at that score with these 2 pitchers on the mound. Nolan Ryan, as I said, greatest pitcher in baseball history to not win a Cy Young. Steve Carlton, one of the best left-handers. And everyone will. The best left-hander in baseball history was Koufax, and I don't care what anybody says. But I didn't really get to see him pitch because I wasn't born until '69. The most dominating left-hander I ever saw was Randy Johnson. He was the most dominating left-hander I ever saw, and I think the most dominating left-hander in baseball history. I know about Warren Spahn, I know how good he was, but Johnson, there were hitters that didn't even want to get in the batter's box against him. They were terrified of the big unit. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. Who leads off here for the Phils? That will be Peter Rose, and he's 0 for 1. Ryan, let's see what he has. 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-6, range play at the park. Veterans Stadium, 2-1. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to HOU. His range is a 4. Can't get it. Base hit. Pete Rose will get back. Yeah, Pete Rose will get the hit. A single for Charlie Hustle. He'll hold it first as it just gets by HOU. Here's Aguayo. Aguayo is 0 for 1. Infield double play depth. Rose really not a stealing threat, and he won't go there. Ryan, he will settle in. He'll pitch to Aguayo. Ryan never murdered something that crossed the plate like Randy did. Yes. John Kruk, yeah, exactly. John Kruk in the 95 or 96. Ryan, 3-4, strikeout 5, got him. He gets Aguayo easily there. And that is strikeout number 6 for Nolan Ryan, and that's the first out. Matthews is next. He struck out twice. Rose going to do anything? He gets the jump with a 10 stolen base, plus 1 is 11. Pujols plus 1 is a 12. No, I'll let Matthews swing with a 301 average. Yep, all-star game. Exactly, Brian Patterson. Ryan will make the pitch. 3-4, strikeout 18. That's too high. Matthews will swing. 4-3, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. See, they turn the double play. 2-0-3. Second base, Pittman is a 0. A 1-3, it's a double play. They got it. Shortstop to second to first, double play, inning over. As they go ahead and go into the 6-4-3. No runs, a hit for the Phillies. And after 5, it stays 1-0. And yet, as I said, is anybody surprised at a 1-0 game here between Ryan and Carlton? No. Not at all. Rapidly moving game as well. Top of the 6th inning already. Leading off for the Astros will be Tony Scott. He's 0 for 1. Carlton looking pretty good on the mound. He's only scattered 2 hits. Ryan has definitely calmed down since the second. He's allowed only 1 hit since then. Pitch from lefty. 1-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 3-5, walk plus 10, that 15 will walk him. Scott will trot to first, and a second time Scott's walked. Tying run goes on first. The batter will be Pittman. Pittman 0 for 2, infield double play depth. Scott is a ceiling threat. He needs a 5 or lower to get the jump. He got it. 13 minus 1 is 12. Boone plus 2 is 14. I'm going to send Scott with a 70% chance. There he goes. A 1-14. He's safe at second. He's safe. Just gets under the tag. The Astros got to try to manufacture something here, and they get Scott on a stolen base attempt, and he will go to second. Takes away the double play. Scott now needs a 2 or lower to get the jump to third. He actually gets it, but I will not send him to third base. He'll be happy at second. Carlton will pitch to Pittman. 1-6, wild pitch, 19, ball 1. That is too high over the wild pitch and pass ball. Carlton will do it again. 1-4, strikeout 12. That's too high. Pittman will swing. 1-6, base hit, right back up the middle, past Carlton, and this game is going to be tied. Scott coming around from second, he will score. 1-1 in now tie game. Pittman hits it right back through the box, and the steal happens to help the Astros. Section 1933, cheers. Yay! Pittman gets an RBI single, and that will bring up Cedano. Cedano is 1 for 2, got picked off at second by Carlton. Infield back to double play depth. There's nobody out here on the top of the 6th. Pittman does not get the jump. Cedano doesn't get the bunt, and Carlton's going to pitch. 5-2, strikeout 3, got him. He strikes out Cedano. And that is strikeout number 6. Total of 12 strikeouts between the two pitchers combined. That is the first out. The batter will be Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2. And Pittman does not get the jump. Carlton not doing anything. He will concentrate on Cruz. Carlton with the pitch. 2-2. Home run chance. Cruz a lefty. A 1-10. The 15 is too high. Cruz will swing. 1-1. But it's a base hit to center field. Cruz comes through with a single. Pittman's base running rating is a 4. Single to center. -1 is 3. Center fielder Maddox is a 0 arm. A 1-3 on the blue die. Pittman will get the third. He does not. It's a 5. He will hold at second. So Cruz gets a single. Another base hit. Is this the inning that the Astros have finally figured out Carlton? Next up is HOU. HOU is 1 for 2. He has a double in this game. Infield still a double play depth. Pittman, let's see. That is a 15 and nothing happening. Lefty will make the pitch here. Carlton, 4-4. That's a pitcher result. How a righty, a 1 to 5 is an automatic out. The 12 is too high. How 3-1. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 19 against the lefty. How got it, and he smacks it into the corner of Veteran Stadium. HOU just barely comes away with a triple. Pittman comes in to score. Cruz comes in to score. HOU goes to third, and the Astros have taken the lead. A 2 RBI triple by HOU. Section 1933 cheers. Yay! Stadium groans. A 2 RBI triple by HOU, and the Astros have put 3 runs up here in the top of the 6th. The batter is Woods. He's next, and he's 0 for 2. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The infield will be brought in, and there now will be a little bit of action. The Philly bullpen, although Carlton can still go many batters yet. Nothing happening on the strat. Carlton with the pitch. 3-5. That's a walk plus 10. That 9 will walk Woods. And it looks like Carlton is running out of gas early. Runners at the corners now. And here's Garcia. Garcia is 0 for 2. Infield is still going to play in. They go talk to Lefty on the mound, see what's going on here. And they will now drop back, and now they'll let Carlton pitch. Runners at the corners, the infield still staying in, which means HOU's base running rating is a 1. Well, let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is an 11, no. Carlton, lefty, will make the pitch. 1-2. Wild pitch, 18, ball 1. Carlton almost does another wild pitch, but it will not happen. They'll do it again. And right now, Bob Boone says, Steve, come on, calm down here a little bit. Come on, lefty. Carlton with the pitch. 6-1, strikeout plus 15, and that will get him. Struck him out. He gets Garcia there. That's strikeout number 7 for lefty. 2 outs. That's a big K. And now Pujols. Infield now moves back. Pujols is 0 for 1. Walked his last time up. Nothing happening on the strategy roll. Carlton will go ahead. He'll make the pitch. 2-4. Strikeout 1. Got him. Carlton struck him out. And he actually strikes out the side. But the damage is done. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Astros. And a couple of walks and a stolen base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Astros are now leading 3-1. In this battle of 2 Hall of Fame pitchers. 2 of the best in baseball history. Now that I cannot deny. Bottom of the 6th. And let's see. Michael Jack Schmidt leading off for the Phillies. He's 0 for 2. Now it's Nolan Ryan who has a lead in the game. Fans here at Veteran Stadium saying, come on, 76 world champions. I mean, you are leading the National League East at this moment. Ryan, 2-5, strikeout 2, and Schmidt will go down again. And that's strikeout number 7 for Ryan. Both pitchers have 7 strikeouts. Davis is next, and he's 0 for 2. Ryan, 3-1, strikeout, 18, that's high. Davis, 1-1, that's a fly out to right. And 2 men away. 2 men out. The batter now is Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 1, singled and walked. Nolan Ryan, the Ryan Express, 6'5", strikeout plus 14, and he got him, struck him out. He got him, and that is strikeout number 8 for Nolan Ryan, and now both have 8 strikeouts, and that retires a side. So that is exactly what the Astros needed. You got 3 runs, you don't give any back. 6 innings in the books, 3-1 in favor of the Astros. Top of the 7th inning here in this game. Carlton coming back out to pitch. Nolan Ryan leads off for Houston. He struck out twice. Carlton, 3-5. That's a walk plus 10. Did he walk Ryan? Yes, he did. He walked him on 11. Carlton walks the pitcher. Oh, boy. And that is now, what is it? The 1, 2, 3, 4. That is base on balls number 5 for Carlton. He walks Ryan, and that will allow Scott to come up. Infield goes to double play depth. The only thing Carlton can get is a pickoff. He doesn't get it. Carlton with the pitch. 2-6. Against the switch right. That's a blank. Scott, 2-5. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 19. Against the lefty, though, that's too high, and that will be a fly out to left. One man out. The batter is Pittman. Pittman got himself an RBI single his last time up, and he is 1 for 3. Nothing happening. Carlton with the pitch. 6-2. Another walk plus 10. The 6 will walk Pittman easily. And again, Carlton is in trouble. So another walk given up by Carlton. That's his 6th. A chance now for Cedano. As now it looks like Steve Carlton running out of gas. The Phillies do have the bullpen going. Carlton is due to bat 3rd in the bottom of the 7th. They would like to see if he can get out of this inning. They would like to see if he can. Carlton will go ahead and pitch to Cedano. Anything happening on the bases? That is a 1. No. Lefty will make the pitch. 5-6. Strikeout 4. He got him. Struck out Cedano. Strikeout number 9 for lefty. 2 down. Jose Cruz will now have a shot to see if he can bring in a run. He's 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. Nothing happening on the bases. Carlton looking in on Cruz. Astros, runners at first and second, have a 3-1 lead here. Carlton with the pitch. 6-1. Strikeout plus 2, and he got him. And that is the 10th strikeout for Carlton. And that will retire the side. So nothing across except a couple of walks by Carlton, as the Astros can't take advantage of it. But we have a pretty good game going on here. Anything can happen. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight. Tonight's 10-minute ticker will only be one day, and that is June 10th. Tomorrow we will have June 11th, and this is the final day of the first half of the regular season due to the players' strike. And we will be going to Chicago, and we'll be staying there for a couple of games, actually. But for tomorrow night's game, it will be the New York Yankees taking on the Chicago White Sox. It'll be Doug Bird taking on Steve Trout. Not a bad matchup there for June 11th before the strike begins. So the Yankees will take on the White Sox. Then we have a day off on Friday and Saturday we'll have the 81 All-Star game. Sunday we will have a day off for the All-Star break, and Monday we go back. Okay, to Chicago, and that will be the New York Mets taking on the Chicago Cubs. So I tell you the truth, I can't believe how I schedule some of these games. So we have Yankees, White Sox tomorrow night, no game Friday, 81 All-Star game Saturday, no game Sunday, and Monday, Mets at the Cubs. Don't ask me. I don't know sometimes how these games get scheduled. But tomorrow night, it will be the Yankees and the White Sox. So for all you Yankee fans or Yankee haters, don't forget to watch tomorrow night. And I know we have lots of Yankee fans in the chat, don't we? I know everybody is a Yankee fan, aren't you guys? I know you guys are. As I know all of you want to say, go Yankees! Am I right? Bottom of the seventh here, the Astros have a 3-1 lead on the Phillies in a pretty good matchup between Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. Ryan is still out there, and he will continue to pitch. Larry Boa leads off for Philadelphia, and he is 1 for 2. 3-1, Astros leading the Phillies. Ryan will make the pitch. 5-2 against the switch left. That is a strikeout plus, and that 8 will get Boa. Struck him out. Strikeout number 9 for Nolan Ryan. Both Carlton and Ryan are dealing. And here's Bob Boone. He's next, and he's 1 for 2. Ryan, he'll make the pitch. 5-5. That's an error on a throw. Boone, 2-2. That's a line drive right to short, and Garcia snares it for out number 2. There will not be an error. Carlton due to bat, but that's going to be it for Carlton, and they're going to take him out. And the Phillies are going to go to the bullpen, but they will go to the bench. A nice job by Carlton, but it looked like he ran out of gas here. They will bring up a lefty to deal with Nolan Ryan, and that's going to be Greg Gross. 225 average, no homers, 7 RBIs, and 102 at-bats for the Phillies in 81. So here is Greg Gross against Ryan. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, Ryan with the pitch. 4-6, that's a range play at the park. Veteran Stadium, 1-6. Star 4. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Cedano. His range is a 4, and he can't get it. That's going to get by him, and that's going to go into the corner, and Gross is going to have a pinch hit double. As Cedano couldn't get it, it was out of his reach. And a pinch hit double by Greg Gross. He comes through right down the line. And I think Cedano may have been playing a little bit too far away from the bag. That keeps the inning alive for Peter Rose. Rose is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. So now Rose represents the tying run, but he doesn't have any home run power here in 81. Gross on at second. And I'm still rolling strategy. And that's a 20. Ryan turns around. He fires to second. And no, Gross gets back. Now Ryan will pitch to Peter. Ryan 1-1. Walk plus 10. That 4 will walk Rose. And now the Phillies got something going here with 2 outs. Second time Rose is walked, and that is the fourth walk issued by Ryan, and that does give Aguayo a chance now. Aguayo is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs. Anything happening on Strat? Again, Ryan fires to second to get Gross. And that is a 1. It's a balk. It's a balk. He got called for the balk. That is a 1, and a 1 to 3 is a balk, and that will move the runners over. Nolan Ryan got called for a balk. And now runners at second and third. There are still 2 outs here. And now Luis Aguayo Ryan will try again. That is a 4, nothing happening this time. Runners at second and third. Can Aguayo come through with a big hit here to bring in 1 or maybe both runs? Ryan with the pitch. 2-5. Strikeout 9. Got him. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. And that is strikeout number 10 for Ryan. And he is now tired after Aguayo. Oh, wow. Looked like the Phillies were maybe going to be able to do something there. Kind of late, but not there. And that retires the side. Stadium groans. So let's see. No runs. There was a hit and a walk. But that retires the side here. And it is still 3-1 Astros after 7. Top of the 8th inning coming up. Let's see. The Astros have right up leading off. HOU will be first. And let's see what who the Phillies going to bring in. I think they'll bring in a lefty. And it's really not bring in a righty. It's not a save situation. I think, but I don't think I think they'll go ahead and bring him in. Not a save situation. So I can bypass the closer if I want. Coming in to pitch for the Phillies will be Mike Prawley. 2 wins, a loss, 2 saves, a 3.86 ERA. And Prawley will be the second Philly pitcher. So Mike Prawley against HOU here, top of the 8th. Astros leading 3-1. Prawley with the pitch, 1-1. Against a righty, that's actually a blank. HOU, 1-1. That's a ground out to short. That'll be the first out. HOU having a good night tonight, though. He's now 2 for 4, but he has a double and a triple. And 2 RBIs off the triple. Woods is next, and Woods is 0 for 2. Prawley will deal. 6-4, strikeout, 13. He got him, struck him out. Woods is a 14, -1 is a 13, and he gets Woods on a called strike 3. Struck him out, 2 down. Struck him out there, and the batter now is Garcia. Garcia is 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. Prawley will go ahead, see what he has. 6-5, that's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 1-1, and that's going to be a star 3, a ground ball to first, and Rose has got it. He will take it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Prawley. Nothing there for the Astros, as we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Nolan Ryan is tired. And leading off for the Phillies is Gary Matthews. They got right coming up. They're going to let Ryan pitch and see how long he can go. Remember, this is the 80s, not 2021. Ryan, the Ryan Express will deal. 6-6, strikeout +5, got him. He gets Matthews. And Ryan is having a heck of a night, and that is strikeout number 11 for Ryan. He's dealt 11 strikeouts tonight. Here is Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 0 for 3. He's had a hard time figuring Ryan out. Ryan with the pitch. for 4, strikeout 13. No, that is too high. Schmidt has a 13, but -1 makes him a 12. Schmidt gets the swing, 2-2, and against the righty, base hit right past the first baseman. That will be a single. Schmidt finally gets a hit off of Ryan. First hit of the game for Mike Schmidt. He will go to first, and the next batter is Davis. Davis is 0 for 3, but he has a .333 batting average on the card. I will let him hit. Infield now goes to double play depth. Can the Phillies do something here against Ryan? Ryan is tired, but they're going to stick with him. Schmidt on it first. Am I rolling strat? Yes, I am. 18, no play. Ryan, he will make the pitch. 6-6, strikeout plus 16. Got him. Struck out Davis. Strikeout number 12 for the Ryan Express. 2 men out. The batter now is Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Schmidt on it first. Nothing happening on the bases. Ryan trying to go for strikeout number 13. Schmidt on at first. 3-1 Astros. Pitch from the Ryan Express. 2-4. Error on a grounder. Maddox. A 3-1. And that is going to be a star 5. 3-1. That's a star 5. That's going to be a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to HOU. His error rating is a 7. That's a 2. It's going to get by him. He's going to bounce off his leg, and it will get away from him. That is going to be an error on HOU. It's a 1-base error, so that is an E5. HOU commits the error. That's the first error on the Astros. They did have 2 in this game. Historically, but that's the first. So that puts runners at first and second. So an error on Art HOU now puts runners there, and the batter is Larry Boa. And Boa, good hitter here. And now the question is, do you leave Ryan in, or do I go to the bullpen here? Rants on Sports joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Boa is 1 for 3. Ryan has pitched an absolute gem. He's got 12 strikeouts tonight, and he's been dealing. But now if he's tired, a 5-4 is going to be an automatic base hit, and it will bring in a run. I think with a 2-run lead, I'm going to let Ryan go. Ryan is pitching beautifully. Let's see if he can get the final out of the inning. Boa is 1 for 3. I am rolling a strat. That is a 16. Nothing happening. Ryan looking in on Boa. Runners at first and second for the Phillies. Ryan with the pitch. 1-3. That is a walk plus 10. And that is a 12. And that will walk Boa. And the bases are now loaded. Bases are loaded as he walks Boa. So now we have loaded bases here. The batter is Bob Boone. He hits 211. I'm going to probably bring in a pinch hitter, but that's going to be it for Ryan. Because now a single one will tie the game up. And that is it for Ryan. He was due to bat second in the top of the ninth. But that is all for Nolan Ryan, as I got no choice. Now I have to yank him. Bob Boone is the batter, and we're in the 8th inning, figuring I'm probably going to bring in a pinch hitter for Boone since he only hits 211. Boone actually hits lefties worse. So let's see who we're going to bring in, and I think I'm going to go with the guy now. And coming on to pitch for the Astros is going to be left-hander Joe Sambito. 5 wins, 5 losses, 10 saves, a 1.84 ERA. And he can pitch to 5 batters before tiring. But he's really a short reliever here. So here's Joe Sambito, the second Astro pitcher. And let's see. We are in the 8th inning. If I go with another right-hander, who's the guy that's up? Yeah, we'll do that. Boone is the catcher. Do I have another catcher? Yes, I do. Bob Boone is going to be brought back, and coming on to pinch hit for the Phillies will be Manny Trio. And coming over to take over at catcher will be Keith Moreland. So timeout on the scorecard for a change, as that is it for Boone. So Keith Moreland will now go ahead and take over at catcher. And Moreland actually a better catcher than Boone is. Better ratings, if anything. Let's see. 4, 3, 7 plus 1. So Keith Moreland will take over at catcher, but pinch hitting for the Phillies is Manny Trio. 287 average, 6 homers, 36 RBIs. Manny Trio coming into the game. 2 outs here, bottom of the 8th, 3-1. Phillies trying to go ahead and tie the game up or maybe take the lead. Cedano now brought in to try to get it done. Ryan pitched beautifully, but somehow he got 2 big strikeouts, a single, an error, and a walk. Now it's up to Cedano to try to get the Astros out of the inning. I am rolling a strat, and that is a 16. There is nothing happening. Fans here at the vet hoping for a big hit. Cedano with the pitch. It's a 3-5, and it's an automatic out. It's an automatic out, and that is going to be a ground ball to short. Up with it is Kiko Garcia. He's got it. Throws to first to get Trio, and the side is retired. Stadium groans. No runs, 1 hit, an error. And after 8, it stays 3-1 in favor of the Astros. Section 1933, I'm pretty sure, gives a cheer. Yay! As his Astros stay ahead. Top of the 9th inning. Astros nursing a 3-1 lead. Luis Pujols is the leadoff batter for the Astros. Mike Prawley can pitch to 3 more pitchers before tiring. And he's going to pitch to Pujols, so Prawley will stay in the game. He's due to bat first in the bottom of the 9th. Prawley will make the pitch. 2-1, strikeout 4, and he got him, struck him out. Prawley gets Pujols just barely. That's a called strike 3 on Pujols. He has a 5, -1 is a 4, and he got the 4, and Pujols is out of there. Pinch hitter coming in for Joe Cedano. We are in the 9th inning. Anybody can come on to pinch hit. And we will go with... We're going to bring in Alan Ashby, 271 average, 4 homers, 33 RBIs. Ashby will pinch hit for Cedano. 1 out. Prawley with the pitch. 5-2. Error on a throw. Ashby, 6-1, and that's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Aguayo. His error rating is a 17. This time he will make an error. That's going to be a throwing error to first, and it will be an error. An error on Aguayo. It's an error on a throw. Rose's range is a 2. Does he prevent the ball from getting past him? Yes, he does. So Ashby will automatically stay at first, but that is an error on, that's an E4. First error on the Phillies in the game. The Phillies had no errors historically in this game. So Alan Ashby goes ahead and gets on base due to an error. So there is so here in the top of the 9th, Ashby on at first. The batter now is Tony Scott. He will bat. Prawley, he will be tired after Scott though, so the Philly bullpen is ready. No strategy roll. Prawley will go ahead and bat. Prawley will pitch. Scott is 0 for 2. Prawley, 2-6. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 2-4. And that's going to be a base hit to center field. A single for Scott. Ashby's base running rating is a 1. Single to center, -1 is 0. Maddox has a 0 arm. Ashby will take second and stay there. He will like it. And that's a base hit for Scott. So now the Astros looking for insurance. Runners at first and second for Pittman. And that's going to be it for Mike Prawley. He is done, as he is now tired. And they're going to stick with the right. I think they're going to go with a lefty against Pittman. Pittman does not hit lefties as well. So let's see who the Phillies are going to bring in. And, it's the 9th inning, so I can bring in anybody. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Tug McGraw. 2 wins, 4 losses, 10 saves, a 2.66 ERA. 9th inning, I can bring in any pitcher as long as he's got relief rating. Tug McGraw will pitch against Joe Pittman. Pittman will bat. He will bat here. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Infield is at double play depth. Pittman is 1 for 3. No strategy roll. Tug McGraw will pitch. 5-4. Wild pitch. 12 ball 1. No, he doesn't uncork a wild one. McGraw will make the pitch. Again, 2-4. That's an automatic out. And it will be a fly out to center. And that will be out number 2. Ashby has a base running rating of 1. A fly out to center is a -2, which makes him a -1. He automatically stays at second, 2 down. 2 outs, and now the batter is Cedano. Cedano is 1 for 4. He has a single. And Cedano hits righties better than lefties here. They're going to take McGraw out, and that's going to be it for McGraw. We don't have that lefty. We don't have that 3-batter rule here in inside pitch. So McGraw is going to come out, and coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Ron Reed. So here's Ron Reed to pitch for the Phillies. 5 wins, 3 losses, 8 saves, a 3.08 ERA. Ron Reed will pitch to Cedano. But Ron Reed has to be careful. He can give up the long ball against the righties. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Reed trying to keep it where it's at. Pitch from Reed. 5-4. Strikeout, 16, too high. Cedano. 5-2, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Getting under it is Maddox. He has all day, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So a nice job there by Ron Reed to finish off the Phillies in the 9th. Remains 3-1 still in favor of the Astros. Will we see some 9th inning magic? I know Steeler fan definitely wants to see some 9th inning magic. With the Astros leading 3-1, I know he wants to see the Phillies come away with the win. No magic. As I know Steeler fan hoping for 9th inning magic. Nope, he doesn't want any 9th inning magic. Bottom of the 9th inning, we'll see a pinch hitter for Ron Reed. And let's see who, first of all, let's get a pitcher for the Astros, and they will go to the closer. They will go to the closer, and that's going to be Dave Smith. So coming on to pitch for the Astros, Dave Smith. 5 wins, 3 losses, 8 saves, a 2.76 ERA. Smith will try to close the deal for the Astros. Phillies will now send up a pinch hitter. And it can be anybody, and that is going to be George Vukovich. A 385 average, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. It can be anybody here in the 9th inning. So here is George Vukovich. So Dave Smith going to go ahead and try to see if he can get Vukovich here. Vukovich does have major home run power. He only had 26 at-bats, but he hit very well for the Phillies in 81. Bottom of the ninth. Smith will make the pitch. 5-4. That's a pitcher result. Smith, Vukovich a lefty. A 1-14 is an automatic out. The 7 is good. He got him, and that is going to be a fly out to right. Out number 1. Wow. Smith comes through with an automatic out to get Vukovich out of there. And that's the first out. 1 man down. That will bring up Peter Rose. Rose is 1 for 2. A single, and he's walked twice. Smith will pitch. 5-3 against the switch left. That's a blank. Rose will swing. 4-1 against the righty. Base hit for Pete Rose. He gets a single past second. Rose gets on base. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL 518? I think not. As I know, Steeler fan was not hoping for a 1-2-3 inning. So Pete Rose is on first. The batter is Luis Aguayo, and we may see a pinch hitter for him. He only hits 214. Can I? He's at second base. Do I have another second baseman to use? Yes, I do. So Luis Aguayo is going to come back. And coming on to pinch hit for the Phillies is going to be Lonnie Smith, a .324 average, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Ramon Aviles will take over at second. And we have a timeout for scorecard change. And he is 2-0-0. So Ramon Aviles will take over at second base, but Lonnie Smith will pinch it. Smith, a .324 average, 2 bombs, 11 RBIs. Still 1 out. Infield is at double play depth. Just waiting to see what to come up to rig this. Rose on at first. There is no strategy roll. It's Dave Smith versus Lonnie Smith. No relation, of course. Dave will make the pitch. 5-2. Walk plus 10. 3. Yes, he walked him. Smith walks Smith, and now the winning run is at the plate. He walks Lonnie Smith, and now the batter is Gary Matthews, and he will bat. Matthews is 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times tonight, and Matthews has a big chance to try to get this done. Fans here on their feet at the vet, hoping the Phillies can win this game here in the bottom of the ninth. Dave Smith is the Astros closer. He's got to get it done. Meanwhile, in the bottom of the second, the Astros lead the Braves 2-1 in Game 2 of the 2021 World Series. For those of you who didn't know. Rose on at second, Smith on at first. Smith, very good base running. A double will probably score him. Smith will pitch to Matthews. There is still no strategy roll. Fans at the vet hoping for something. Smith with the pitch. 2-1 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And it's going to be a fly ball to right field. And getting under that is going to be Woods. He will make the catch for out number 2. Rose is a base running rating of 3. A -1 to right field is a 2. I'm not going to send Rose. It doesn't make sense to do that. And he will stay at second. I will not roll for him to try to go to third because it doesn't make any sense to do it here with 2 outs. But now the fans get on their feet for this guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 4. Definitely a threat to hit. If Smith pitches him a meatball, that ball is gone. Smith can give up the homers against right-handed batters. Schmidt will come up. He's 1 for 4. He had 31 bombs. The fans here at the Vet want to see a big hit from Schmitty. Smith looking in. Astros lead 3-1. Fans here at the Vet hoping Schmidt can come through. Here is the pitch from Smith. 5-1 against the righty. Strikeout against the right-handed pitcher. 13, that's a 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's your game. The Astros come away with a big win on the Phillies. 3-1 here at the Veterans Stadium. Schmidt strikes out for the third time tonight as Dave Smith gets it done. Stadium groans. Section 1933 cheers. Yay! What a nice win for the Astros and a heck of a game pitched by both Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. What a job there by both teams. So no runs. There was a hit for the Phillies, but that is all for that, as the Phillies will take a loss here by the Astros, 3-1. So nice win here for Houston. Final line score coming up. Don't go away. For the Astros, 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. For the Phillies, 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. The Von Ryan Express, Nolan Ryan will take the win. Steve Carlton does deal with the loss. Dave Smith will get the save. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming right up. A short one tonight because we're only doing 1 day. I hope you guys are enjoying this 1981 season. I think it's an absolute blast. It is a shorter season than what we're used to due to the strike. But I think this was a great choice, and I can't wait to see what the next season you guys will decide on when we do the World Series here for 1981 when we get there. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think the 3-day per game is making it a lot easier for me. It's not a grind. I don't feel the grind this time. I think it's just a lot easier for me to do 1 game per 3 days of baseball, 2 months probably of regular season play, and then we get to the playoffs. I just think it makes good sense. I think it was a good idea for me to go to the 1 per every 3 instead of the 1 per every 2. We want to see lots of regular season action, yes, but we want to get to the playoffs as soon as we can without taking anything away from the regular season, of course, because we do get some good regular season games. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. The Astros beat the Phillies. We only have 1 day today, and that is June 10th. Cleveland at California. Let's see, Cleveland a 956, and that is 6. The Angels a 661, and that's 5. That's going to be a win for the Indians. Yankees and the White Sox. We have that game tomorrow. Yankees 563. Wow, that's 6. The White Sox a 12-11. That's 0. The Yankees still win that game. Texas at Milwaukee. Texas a 13-34. That's 4. The Brewers an 8-23. That's 2. A win for the Rangers. Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit a 9-33. That's 3. Minnesota a 2-53. And that is 4. That'll be a win for the Twins. Baltimore at Oakland. Baltimore 9-24. 2. Oakland 11-64. 8. The Athletics continue to control the American League West. Boston at Seattle. Boston 16-22. That's 3. Mariners an 11-32. And that is also 3. So we have extras between the two. Boston rolled a 6. Plus 1 clutch is 7. Mariners rolled a 5, 0 clutch, and that's going to be a win for the Red Sox. Kansas City at Toronto. Kansas City a 9-62, 6. The Blue Jays a 1-15, that's 0. Win for the Royals. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 11-32, and that's 3. Cubs 2-36. That's 2. That'll be a win for the G-Men. Braves and the Expos. Atlanta a 5-36. 3. The Expos an 8-64. That's 7. That'll be a win for the Spos. Reds and the Mets. The Reds have Mario Soto against Randy Jones, a 20 versus a 4. Reds 20-25, and that is 4. The Mets a 4-22. That's not going to do it. That's 1. And that game belongs to the Reds. Padres and Pirates. Padres 13-11. That's 0. And Pirates 9-46. And that's 5. That'll be a win for the Pirates. They'll gain a game on the Phils. Cardinals would like to gain a game on the Phils. Dodgers and the Astros. Dodgers 11-62. That's a 7. The Cardinals are 7-16. They're not going to gain a game on them. That's 1. And the Dodgers will get that win. That is all for your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 11th, the final day of the 81 season before the strike. The All-Star break will be Friday. It will be the New York Yankees taking on the Chicago White Sox. Doug Bird goes for the Yankees, and Steve Trout will go for the White Sox. I know all you Yankee fans or Yankee haters will join me tomorrow night at Comiskey Park. So join us for that game, the final day of the first half of the 1981 regular season due to the strike. Steeler fan, baby, Rants on Sports, Brian Patterson, Big Clue. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Steeler fans, Astros come away with a good win here over the Phillies. A very good pitcher's duel between Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. What more can you ask for from 2 Hall of Famers? Astros win it tonight, 3-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.